begin. Hello everyone, I'm Greg Noble. This is the NCAA Championship Basketball Selection Show, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Joining me at the anchor desk, as always, my partner, Collage. We're all set to show you the seedings and pairings, so get out your bracket sheet, get those pencils ready. Here are the basics. Of the 65 available tournament bids, 31 are automatically given to conference champions. The tournament committee hands out the remaining 34 bids on an at-large basis. An opening round game will take place on Tuesday night to narrow the field to 64 teams. But before we unveil the brackets for this season, here's a look at the final top 25 media poll of the season. There's at least one change in the rankings to tell you about. A new team has made the top 25 this week. The Ohio State Buckeyes break into the poll as the number 21 team. The media rankings are what everyone's been following for the last 4 months. But in just a minute, the selection committee's opinion is going to be the only one that matters. And that puts a cap on the final top 25 poll of the year. Now let's take a look at the NCAA tournament bubble and see which teams are sitting at home with their fingers crossed, hoping to see their name in the brackets. There are a lot of worthy candidates among these 10 teams, Clark. Which of these bubble teams stands out to you right now?
The Illinois Fighting Illini could have sealed their invitation with a better regular season finish. But the fact is they play in a very tough conference, and that does weigh heavily in their favor.
You're right about that, and there are plenty of teams in the same boat with them.
Louisiana Tech Bulldogs impressed me this year, but there were occasions when they seemed to lose focus for a game or two at a time. And those setbacks could be what keeps them out of the tournament.
I'm sure it's been a long week for those teams, with the wait's almost over. The NCAA Selection Committee has finished its meeting, and we're ready to unveil the top 4 seeds in this year's tournament. The Oklahoma Sooners are the top overall seed, and they will play in the East region. They begin the tournament as the dominant team in college basketball. They've been ranked #1 in the media poll for the past 6 weeks. We'll soon find out if they can live up to their billing. On to the second #1 seed, who will play in the South region. The Virginia Cavaliers are seeking their first ever NCAA championship. The Villanova Wildcats are our third #1 seed, and they'll play in the Atlanta regional. They're back in the tournament again, and no doubt they'll be feeding off the experience of last year's appearance as they try to get to the Final Four this year. And finally, our fourth #1 seed will play in the San Jose regional. The Florida Gators are in the tournament field as a #1 seed for the second time in the history of their program. Now, here's how the brackets shape up based on where the #1 seeds have been assigned. In one national semifinal game, the winner of the East
I can't really complain about the
winner
one
of
seeds
the
this year.
South regional. In the other semifinal game, the winner of the Atlanta regional will play the winner of the San Jose regional. Those games will be played on Saturday, April 6th. Then it'll be on to the national championship game on Monday night. Any surprises in there for you, Clark?
Well, when you see the selection committee deviate from the top 4 teams in the media poll, it's a little surprising. They've opened themselves up to some criticism with these picks.
So, with the #1 seed, first up, we take a look at the East Regional. The Oklahoma Sooners are the top seed, finishing at 27-5. In the Big 12, they will take on the winner of the opening round playing game between Mississippi Valley State's Delta Devils with 14 wins and the American Eagles from the Patriot League. And now, the #8 seed, the Fresno State Bulldogs, come into the tournament first in their conference during the regular season and were semifinalists in their conference tournament. They're going to play the #9 seed, the Utah Utes, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 19-11. The Georgetown Hoyas enter the field as the #4 seed from the Big East. It's yet another appearance in the brackets for a school that's no stranger to the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the #13 seed, the Charlotte 49ers. Finished the season with 19 wins. They're the tournament champions from the Colonial Athletic Association. The Louisville Cardinals come in as the #5 seed, finishing at 23-10. And they will take on the 12th seed, the Tennessee Martin Skyhawks, from the Ohio Valley Conference, with 20 wins. Next up is the #2 seed, the Clemson Tigers, have established themselves as one of the best teams from the ACC. They'll be going up against the #15 seed, the Nicholls State Colonels, with 14 wins. This is their 3rd appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. Our #7 seed is from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, who were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid. The Pittsburgh Panthers are in as the #3 seed. They'll be taking on the #14 seed, the Horned Frogs of TCU, with 17 wins. The Washington Huskies are in as the number 6 seed. They'll be taking on the number 11 seed, the Illinois Fighting Illini, with 22 wins. I think this will wind up being the bracket that brings us this year's Cinderella story. A few of the higher seeds here have had terrific seasons, and I'll be surprised if at least one of them doesn't put together a long run in this tournament. Next up, we'll take a look at the South. The Virginia Cavaliers are the top seed, finishing at 23-6. In the ACC, they'll take on the Long Beach State 49ers, the number 16 ranked team. This marks their 10th appearance in the NCAA tournament in the history of their school. They'll be taking on the number 9 seed, the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
8 seed CSU Bakersfield.
The Iowa Hawkeyes come in as the number 4 seed, finishing at 24-8. They'll take on the 13th seed, the Quinnipiac Bobcats from the Northeast Conference, with 20 wins. The Ohio State Buckeyes enter the field as the number 5 seed from the Big Ten. It's yet another appearance in the brackets for a school that's no stranger to the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 12 seed, the Delaware Blue Hens, finished the season with 20 wins. They're the regular season and tournament champions from the America East Conference. Our number 2 seed is from the SEC. The Alabama Crimson Tide had a tremendous year that included a regular season championship. They're going to play the number 15 seed, the East Tennessee State Buccaneers, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 16-16. Next up is the number 7 seed. The Michigan State Spartans are the regular season champion from the Big Ten. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, with 22 wins. This will be their 11th appearance all-time in the NCAA tournament. The Iowa State Cyclones are in as the number 3 seed.
They play the Spartans of South Carolina Upstate.
The Spartans with 17 wins. And now the number 6 seed, the Washington State Cougars, come into the tournament 5th in their conference during the regular season and were semifinalists in their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, who finished 2nd in their conference tournament, finishing at 22-10. What a tremendous regional final we have in this bracket if the number 1 and 2 seeds here make it through the first 3 rounds unscathed. That could be one of the games of the tournament. On to our 3rd bracket of the day. Look. The Villanova Wildcats are the top seed, finishing at 27-5. In the Big East, they'll take on the Bradley Braves, the number 16 ranked team. This is their 9th appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. Our number 8 seed is from the Big East. The Missouri Tigers were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the Oregon Ducks, who were 4th in their conference, finishing at 20-11. The East Carolina Pirates enter the field as the number 4 seed from Conference USA. This will be their 5th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, the Loyola Marymount Lions. Finished the season with 17 wins. They're the regular season and tournament champions from the Big South. The Xavier Musketeers are in as the number 5 seed. They'll be taking on the number 12 seed, the Rider Broncs, with 22 wins. The Boston College Eagles are in as the number 2 seed. They'll be taking on the number 15 seed, the Loyola Ramblers, with 17 wins. Next up is the number 7 seed. The Rhode Island Rams are the regular season champion from Conference USA. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Providence Friars, with 20 wins. They return once more to the very familiar surroundings of the NCAA tournament. And now the number 3 seed, the West Virginia Mountaineers, come into the tournament as the 4th place team in their conference during the regular season and were semifinalists in their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 14 seed, the Indians of Louisiana Monroe, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 20-10. The Virginia Commonwealth Rams come in as the number 6 seed, finishing at 22-5. And they take on the 11th seed, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, from the A-10 conference, with 23 wins. This bracket has the potential to give us a sensational matchup in the regional final if everything goes according to form and the top 2 seeds can survive the early rounds. And finally, let's have the Florida Gators are the top seed, finishing at 24-6. In the SEC, they'll take on the Morgan State Bears, the number 16 ranked team. This will be their 2nd appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. Next up as the number 8 seed. The Boise State Broncos are the regular season champion from the Mountain West Conference. They'll be going up against the number 9 seed, the Weber State Wildcats, with 26 wins. This is their 15th appearance in the NCAA tournament. The Oklahoma State Cowboys are in as the number 4 seed. They'll be taking on the number 13 seed, the Montana Grizzlies, with 25 wins. The UCLA Bruins come in as the number 5 seed, finishing at 24-9. And they will take on the 12th seed, the Nevada Wolfpack, from the WAC, with 21 wins. The Creighton Blue Jays enter the field as the number 2 seed from the Big East. This marks their 19th appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. They'll be getting ready to face the number 15 seed, the Winthrop Eagles. Finished the season with 13 wins. They're the regular season champions of the Ivy League. And now the number 7 seed, the Auburn Tigers, come into the tournament 6th in their conference during the regular season and were quarterfinalists in their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the San Diego State Aztecs, who finished 2nd in their conference tournament, finishing at 24-10. The Kansas Jayhawks are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Eastern Washington Eagles, with 19 wins. Our number 6 seed is from the Pac-10. The USC Trojans were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the big game. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, who came in 1st in their conference tournament, finishing at 20-12. It's the first question every selection Sunday. Which is the toughest ranked? What are your thoughts on our top 16 seeds, Clark?
Maybe I haven't agreed with the selection committee every year, but I think they did a great job this time. The top 16 looked just about right to me. The Boston College Eagles could easily have been the number 1 seed. They certainly looked to me like a team that could be there when the Final Four rolls around.
Now, let's bring the conference picture into focus. The Big East gets 7 teams. The ACC with 6. 6 out of the Pac-10. The Big 12 gets 5 teams. The Big 10 with 5. 4 out of the SEC.
It was really an up year for the teams in the WAC. They topped the non-power conferences with the number of bids they got, and it shows you how far this conference has come. They're becoming dominant at that level.
Too bad we didn't see more small conference schools in the tournament. Here's the list of the teams that were on the bubble heading into Selection Sunday. So, partner, which of those invitees should be sending the selection committee a thank you card?
Louisiana Tech Bulldogs played in one of the power conferences, and that counts for a few extra wins in the eyes of the NCAA, whether it's right or not. But let's not take anything away from them. They had a nice year.
While they start prepping for their first round game, 5 teams on the other side of the page will be full-time students again.
The Memphis Tigers were unfortunate not to be included in the field. I really thought they'd done enough to get a bid. It was a pretty decent year for them all in all, but they're on the outside looking in now, and sometimes that happens to deserving teams.
All right, Clark, now that we know all the teams that match up, time to get the tournament underway and let the madness take over.
Greg, it's going to be a fantastic tournament. We got an outstanding field and a lot of sensational players.